Welcome to the round of 16 in the Deca starter tournament. This is another round of starter deck mirror matchups. We both have to play the same exact deception list. It's marginally better than the deception starter deck, but it's close. It is indeed very close. We're going second, which is not what you want to do, but is what we're going to do. Here, like we can T1, T2, T3. It's reasonable. This one's risky because of the 1 mana 2/2 Axe Woman, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's just when you mulligan further with this list, you have the potential of really bricking, and this isn't a complete brick. T1, T2, and yeah, so this is a good open for them. Basically, they have the option of this and GP, so they can get a lot of value out of this. But that is a down tempo play. They're not adding to their board any. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to play the Vault Vagabond here. The reason being is, I mean, they could have an Axe Woman and then hit and hit. Still kind of down tempo. But this going to the face is rather annoying. They've got a Pip into the Spiked T. Okay, that's reasonable. They're going to grab the Favor, try to get the Sanctum. Luckily for me, going second in this game, the Sanctum is very bad. And this is good for me because they're going to get the first pick with the early Makeshift Shiv, the early tempo advantage. But they're not going to be able to really capitalize on the first pick. Axel wants to hang out with me. That's kind of cool. So we're just going to go face, Poison Peddler. This is starter deck content. I think we should get a cat in here. Hey there, buddy. Meow. He really wanted to come in here, and then he's less excited once he gets in here. Maybe we should put the camera on the cat. How you doing there, buddy? My opponent's roping here, so this is the perfect time for some quality cat time. They've got some decisions to make. This either trades with this or this, and it can go either way. Playing these when they have this in play is very unsatisfying, so I was hoping that they just kind of milk the charges off of this. Okay, Barb Portculios. Right, so we can use the GP. We can Axe Woman this away, and this goes face. Secrets Broker. That's something for next turn. So what we're going to do is this is going to hit here. This is going to go face. These two are going to come out there. He can pick off one with the Makeshift Shiv, and that is fine. But the idea is that we probably play Secrets Broker next turn. He's only got one charge left on this relic, and he's got plenty of targets that he wants to hit. Axel is extremely intrigued by this matchup. How you doing? This is the top 16, Axel. The people are happy to see you. Everyone loves a good cat sighting, generally speaking. So they're chipping away at this. I mean, I probably just play Secrets Broker. I just don't have many other good options this turn. He interestingly goes face there, which I'm not sure is optimized. So the card sharks are basically going to trade for these two. I'm going to go ahead and play the Secrets Broker, see what I get. Axe Woman. Not a horrendous get, actually. So I can play the Axe Woman this turn. Why not? Let's post some tempo on them here. I'll trade these. Kind of destined to trade. This is probably going to hit here eventually. And we've got some decent board presence. We might can get some favor. Next card on the Sanctum's probably Ambitious Adventurer or Enraged Ally. One of those two. Axel's still hanging out on camera for the people. You could have argued pipping out the Axe Woman was a bad line, but everything in this deck cost less than 7 mana with exception of one card. I'm getting a phone call now. That's fun. Poison Dagger kills this. This kills this. Pretty good turn for my opponent. They are at 16, so if we can get another minion to apply some pressure, which we indeed do, that would be helpful. So just go ahead, pick up the 3 favor, 1 point of extra damage right there. I think Axel wants out right now. Hey there, buddy. Goodbye, buddy. Playing a tournament match requires the maximum amount of focus. As you can see, FakeMews has the maximum amount of focus on this match. Indeed. I don't have a good line this turn. All I can do is ransom because I have nothing to do. And hide this and pick up some favor here. So I'm undecided on if I want this or this, and since they only have 8 favor, I don't feel the need to commit. Maybe I should have, because they can now purchase this if they would like. That's pretty much a bad card. We're going to grab the Ambitious Adventurer and see if we can get useful things. So far, we haven't. Double Dealer can definitely hit the board next turn. If they don't have one themselves. If they've got a Double Dealer, they really wreck us now, though. Is whenever we buy something good, buy something from the Sanctum, better gets replaced. And they've got the Double Dealer, they've got the Rune of Fire, and game number 1 is going to go to our opponent. That's just going to be too much to overcome. They had that, basically everything just worked out perfectly for them. Nothing we could do. Just nothing we could have done this game. It's quite frustrating. APEP, we have to kill this. We have to play APEP. But this game is going to go to our opponent. Tough luck because we really battled hard despite going second in this game to make this competitive. But there's really just no point of return here where we come back and win this game from my point of view here. They've got the ransom. This hits here. Yep, this is going very nicely for my opponent. The Killian Dedicant's not terrible. I think I would rather play it next turn, though. I mean, I could have attacked here into here, but I don't know. We're just not accomplishing much there. So if this hits here, then this removes a quality minion. We feel like we're accomplishing something. But we could just get hit with the second ransom, which is tragic at this point. If they GP and then go face, they've got 5 cards in hand, so really they should have plenty of things to do that's useful. And we're just hoping that they don't do anything particularly amazing this turn. The card I probably want from the Sanctum is the Battle Oryx. Of course, as soon as I buy that, something better gets replaced behind. That's just the nature of the beast. But that's probably the card I want to aim for. Interesting, they do this attack. And the Rune of Fire to remove it. They still got 6 mana left over, and they use it to play this, which was ransomed earlier in the game. Jeez. This was like the worst card we could draw. Wow. I have no good plays. Yeah, we're just busted here. We're going to lose game number 1 and then need to come back and win this in games number 2 and games number 3. Very frustrating. Just rip this minion off the board. We're kind of desperate now. I don't know how we come back and win this because we don't. Grab the Battle Oryx, additional front line. Jeez. I grabbed something for the front line and then again it gets replaced by better. They get whatever was the top card of my deck. There's just nothing we could do here. Nothing we can do. All the RNG that could have broken our way went against us this game, and there's just nothing you can do. Game 1 didn't go our way. We went second. We had a bad draw, and all the RNG that could possibly go against us went against us. And Axel wants back in here. I'm not gonna let him in because I'm blaming Axel for game 1. Game 1 was all Axel's fault. And if you disagree, then complain in the comment section. Jeez, I hate playing this on 1. It's such a bad card. But I want to have a 1. Okay, we might lead with this. Jeez, it doesn't matter which way I go. It's just a terrible play. I mean, they're going to end up trading, but it's better to trade than just be down tempo at the end of the day. So, yeah, they're going to trade. They've got this. I'm going to conserve my pip and just try to trade these two. They will get 1 card. But hopefully my top card isn't Vanguard Axewoman, which my luck it is. Just got to hope that they don't get anything useful. They get Bedeviled Shadow. Maybe that's the top card of my list. Nope. Secrets Broker. So we know they were holding Secrets Broker. We know that for a fact. They trade those. And we can play Secrets Broker and draw a card here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're down tempo, so Uncanny Rogue is less valuable. It's always difficult being down tempo, but we're going to try to eke and claw our way back in this. This is the perfect target for a Spiked T or a Ransom, which are normally cards that are very difficult to find positive use in these lists. We might see him just toss that out right now. If not, we're probably running this into there and playing APEP. The Sanctum is... Rune of Strength is the best card. They're a little bit ahead on tempo, so they elected for both of us to gain favor. Ooh, Shiv is tempting. I'm going to lead with APEP. I know they can hide and draw a card, but I think that's so down tempo, and we can just play Double Dealer and hit here, that if they're risking... They're risking a lot by doing that line. Okay, so they play this... I think Ransom's the smart line here. There's a lot of good plays. I could have given Deadly to this, but then this gets Deadly, and there wasn't a clear line after that. So let's just do this. We're going face. We want to accumulate favor for the Rune of Strength and the Sanctum, which is the clear best card on the Sanctum. If they play Double Dealer here, okay, they got Secrets Broker. We already knew they had that, though. And this doesn't accomplish too much. We can play Double Dealer. Double Shadow. Alright, so we're going to give this Deadly, and this is going to hit here. We're going to play the Bedeviled Shadow, so this gets Deadly when this dies. So these two have Deadly. And we're accumulating some favor, which means we might be able to get to the Rune of Strength first, which is key. Though they could be sitting on removal. This. You know what I like? I actually like this because we're getting most of the benefit out already. I know they just GP it away, but we keep these two on the board and we remove the threat from the Sanctum. And it's very down tempo for them to GP, and it's very life down tempo for them to hit like that. So okay, they drew another card from this. Is there a scenario where we grab the Form of Power? I can kill nuke his 2 cards from his hand with this. I think that's devastating. So we'll just trade those. And let's just take 2 from his hand. Okay, that's good. I'll keep the charges on the relic. They get the next pick because they can pick anything from here. Okay, so this hits here, and then our Dedicant hits... Our Achillean Dedicant kills theirs. And I think we come out of that trade A-okay. They're going for the Ambitious Adventurer for the card draw. That's fine. So getting the second Achillean Dedicant is to our advantage. So they're desperately digging. And ransom this is a very good line for them. And this is just a target for this, eventually. Poison's Dagger. Alright, so we're going to buy the Nightleaf to remove this. And this can just, this is fine with us. It's fine with us. I'm okay with that, yeah. Barricade. So this. So we get rid of this minion, which is good. And we just continue on the board. We're outvaluing them at the moment. They've got no cards in hand, so they're playing off the top, and we've got answers to things. For instance, we can just flat out ignore this minion. Double Dealer doesn't do anything. Go straight to the face. I want to buy the Bronze Servant. There's another 3/3 on the board. And we're threatening lethal. If they use their God Power to kill the Jail Beast, then just this is lethal. Okay, so they're going to ransom this. All right. And they picked up the Shield Maiden from the Sanctum. Poison the Dagger removes the 2/3. This hides this. We will put him at 3. We are threatening lethal next turn. And I don't know of a way that they can stop this. Because this is flank. There's not any good cards in their deck list because we're playing the same list. So I think this is going to be too much to overcome, and we're going to force a game number 3. Exciting. Game number 3, we went second in game number 1, fell behind, couldn't come back, lost. Went second in game number 2, was able to get control of the board after a little bit of a rocky start, and ended up winning that game. So now we go down to game number 3. We are going first for the first time this match. We love to see that. And hopefully we can get a draw worthy of said distinction. I said hopefully, and then so far this mulligan hasn't gone very well, and that is so ugly. Just playing this for board presence. We don't have a turn 2, which is quite embarrassing. So, okay, this isn't Super, super great for them. Okay, not the... If we could get a makeshift shiv and just eat those, that would be amazing. Wasn't able to call the top deck. Next turn, we are pipping out Underbridged Assailant. They are grabbing the favor, makeshift shiv, super value for them, and they're chipping away at this in GP. Good start for our opponent. Our opening hand is not very good. Okay, APEP. We've got 4 drops. We can either do this or this next turn. Ransom is very awkward for us to deal with. They've got 15 favor just, wow, so quickly. This game is going very nicely for our opponent. So this is weird, but there's no relic removal in the Sanctum, and I don't want to commit the Uncanny Rogue since I'd love to play it on APEP. So we're going to play this, knowing that they're probably going to do this and this. And this is just going to be a sitting duck, but there's no relic removal in their deck, and there's currently nothing in the Sanctum. But this kind of deters them. A lot of times when you play a relic like this, your opponent makes play mistakes and just doesn't play good cards because they're worried that you'll kill them. you'll just kill their good cards. So, like, yeah, that's such a down-tempo play. They buy the Shield Maiden. So they're trying to use the Shield Maiden as bait. I'm so desperate, no, I might need to just kill it. See, I really hate this line because it's just bad, but... Yeah, we've just been down tempo. They should be able to pick up the Vow of Champions, which is the best card in the Sanctum. We don't have anything good here. Ransom, and we're just wrecked because our hand is horrendous. If we could put the Uncanny Rogue on here, then maybe we're getting somewhere. Okay, they actually did not draw a card, which is amazing since my hand is filled with junk. I can play the Spiked T to remove the Secrets Broker, and then pick off this, have the Sanctum to buy the Vow of Champions. And that is indeed the line we're going to take here. Use the Spiked T. And actually, should I buy the Enraged Ally? Good point. Should I buy the Enraged Ally? I'm going to buy the Vow. I think it's just the best card in the Sanctum. For one, oh, good grief. Every time I buy something, Rune of Fire replaces. And Rune of Fire is the best card in the Sanctum. And they rip us with a great double dealer, which is... Oh boy, this game took a turn for the worse very quickly. Alright, we are going to play the makeshift shiv because we are behind here. There's no sugarcoating the situation. We are behind, but we need to fight and claw and eke our way back out of this. This is a tough situation for us. But those last couple of turns, we had really 2 bad down-tempo turns this game. Alright, this isn't the best line for them, which is encouraging because maybe their hand is terrible. But they just drew so many cards, so you don't expect it to be terrible. Okay, Glider Assailant. So playing those 2... And we're going to chip this away. Yeah, we'll grab the favor. See, what's going to happen is they're going to kill this. They're going to use the Rune of Fire to kill this. And that's going to be very inconvenient for me. Again, the Sanctum has been very kind to our opponent in this match. And might be the detriment, and might be the cause for why we finish out eliminated in the top 16. But they just pick up the Rune of Fire here. We're just short on favor. Yeah, there's just nothing we could do. Nothing we could do there. Hopefully they give us a good target for Achillean's Dedicant. Not a great target, but it's something. So I'm just going to take this guy out. He's got flank, and I'll attack into here. giving up the health points for potential value. We might play the wind-up roller. Card drawing is more important for me than it is my opponent. Look at how many cards they have. They're getting more value out of this. But what they're doing there is huge down tempo. Okay, I guess they had the poison dagger ready. They played that entire turn fast, so they probably had all that ready to go. So I'm desperate for cards here, and they've got a lot of cards. So we're going to do this. We're going to see what we draw before we make our decision. I actually am going to just play this and just pretend that I'm aggro. We've got to express a lot of we gotta just grab the initiative. They've got the value. Flat out they win in value. But we can win an initiative here. Spike T was a good card. Of course, they're gonna have good plays the rest of the game. They've got so many cards. The question is can we match that? Double Dealer is pretty good. Let's try to trade these and fail. Go ahead and Double Dealer here. The Axewoman can be useful because we can do this trade. I want to deny them favor. Yeah, I want to deny them favor. So we're holding 2 ransoms. Like, if they play big things, we can kind of wreck them. And there's a temptation to always play big things. But they don't fall for that temptation at all. They don't fall for it. The 2 front lines is tough. It's going to be hard for us to break through here. So I'm going to ransom this. It's going to make it very inconvenient to replay. And just go through this. I know I could have GP'd and gone face. But I have a feeling this is more accurate. The Ronalyn Whisper thingy-majiggy is pretty good here. I don't need to commit on the Sanctum yet. Obviously they can GP this away, but it is a little bit down tempo. And their mana is very important. Because look at how many cards they have in hand. They can they really want to use their mana, because that's their advantage. They've got 5 in hand, and that's their edge on us. Can GP there, but it is a little bit down tempo. Oh, they GP here. Axewoman to hit here. Oh, Axewoman to hit there. Oh, and they had the Archer. Yeah, that's right. They had the Archer from earlier. The Stack the Deck's just the worst card ever printed in Gods Unchained history. But do I play it? I think I ransom here. We've got to get the initiative somehow. My order of operations there might have been inaccurate. Because I was unsure if I wanted to buy this or the Forum. If we play Stack the Deck, we lose the game. Interesting, they're chipping away at this still. Tough decision. We know they're holding 1 front line. I'm going to hate myself for playing this. It's the worst card ever, but we need options. The Val's in my deck, which is interesting. Could be a surprise finisher. They can only use the God Power on this turn. They can use the God Power here and then hit here or here. And we just gave them 3 cards, so they're going to have value plays as an option here, most likely. Okay, ransom. Let's draw a card. Unfortunately, we don't have enough favor to grab this. So we have to do this. Have they played a Killian's Dedicant this game yet? No, and they probably haven't. Yeah, we gave them so many free cards. Stack the Deck's the worst card ever. Stack the Deck is just the worst card ever. It's going to cost us the game. They can grab this now too, which is just devastating. Have we drawn the 4/3 that gives deadly? Maybe we can give this 1/1 deadly. Nope. I think we just lose here. I think it's game. I don't think there's a way to come back. Desperation here. So the Form of Power is lethal if I don't kill this. So I'm going to do it with the Ranger First Bow out of desperation. But I don't know of a way we get by this next turn. They might even have lethal this turn. It could be easily have lethal this turn. It's very frustrating. It feels like the Sanctum was out to get us this entire match, and there's nothing we could do. We had that one turn where we played Stack the Deck. I'm sitting there like, man, I better not play it. I better not play it. I better not play it. Honestly, you should just concede. Always concede instead of playing Stack the Deck. If you have to learn one thing from this, it's just so terrible.